man.
I know. Sheesh.
How you feeling?
Feel good.
What's it been like to kind of get back out there, get back into the group of things after time off the gym, off the sideline?
Just focus on being able to be out there. You get sidelined with back-to-back injuries that you weren't expecting. It's kind of frustrating going through the rehab process and everything. Kind of like starting back over, getting back into shape, getting back to the field, getting back into rhythm, getting back the chemistry and stuff after, if it's not 1 or 2 games, you miss more, the team kind of gets to feel and flow and how they need to play when guys are in and out. So just kind of get back acclimated to the team and how they're playing and get my feel and flow back.
Is it an adjustment process when you've missed? Is it an adjustment process when you miss kind of back-to-back time with back-to-back injuries and the team seems to be getting a flow? Is it an adjustment to work yourself back into the group?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, you start getting a feel and then how you need to play when guys are out, guys stepping up, rotations, everything changes after a couple games when players miss time. So just get it back and re-get back into the flow and how things are going. We changed a couple things, offensively, defensively. So just picking up on the different play calls and how we're trying to execute and run things on both sides of the ball. So it's going to take a little bit, especially with my recovery process, having 2 lower body injuries, not really being able to do anything cardio-wise or on the court. Really slow playing the workout process and building things back up in terms of my load and everything like that. It's going to take a little bit getting my legs back underneath me, but just trusting the process and staying with it.
So I was going to ask about that, the cardio and all that. Like, I know you want to be out there, you want to play, but do you feel like you have to work yourself back into game shape now? You missed like almost a month ago.
Yeah, definitely. Just a little bit, with your legs and everything. It's hard to replicate gameplay. You try to do that as much as you can, but it was a tricky spot just having the knee injury and the hamstring. There's not too much you can do in terms of running up and down on the court because you're trying to manage pain tolerance and everything like that, not trying to make injuries worse. So trying to do things on the bike, on the Versa climber and things like that, but it doesn't really replicate the cardio and things that you have to have for gameplay. So for me, it was these last 2 games have really been like my stay-ready games because I haven't been able to really work out or, get some live action in the practice time because the team was on a road trip and everything. So these games I'm in on a minutes restriction, just filling my way back in to the group of things.
Even though you guys always say it's about the group, but when you're playing teams like OKC coming up, Memphis coming up, does that add any significance to the games? What's that feel like playing teams with those records like that?
We know that they're top teams. Both teams. All 3 teams that we have this week are ahead of us. Have better records, 2 of them in the Western Conference. They're statement games. You want to go out there and play and show that we can compete and beat these teams. It's playoff time now. I think we have 12 games left, 13 games left. Until things get real, so it's all about positioning and playing your best brand of basketball. And down the stretch of games, getting ready for the playoffs, it's always good to have the top teams that have kind of solidified their 1, 2, 3 spots in the postseason to go up and see where we're at, see how we can improve, and go out there and be the best team that we need to be going down this last stretch.
When you were out, the team struggled, then they got better. What did you see from them that excited you about the progress they made without you? And how do you feel you best fit how this team is playing now that you're back?
I like that they stayed with it. They figured it out. They're working together. I watched every single game. They didn't have no quit. Got down big in New Orleans and were able to claw back and take the lead. Unfortunately, we didn't come out with the win, but that no quit, that continue to fight until the game's over mentality is what we need. And I like that togetherness, that toughness to go on the road and lose that first one, and then pick up the rest of the games is really big. That's what we need. I think everybody's pulling in the right direction. Everybody knows that it's going to take a full group effort for everybody that steps on the floor if we want to do what we think we're capable of. And it's just we're starting to build the foundation and make the improvements in the defensive end, the rebounding, the boxing out, the physicality that the game needs. And I think it's showing in this stretch of games.
But Ty's not.
All that, compared to that. obviously them being out, they had to change how they had to play. Now that you're back, it's not the same team that you left when we had All-Star break. So it's like, how do you see yourself being like, I can help this team here based off of what they didn't have when you was out?
Yeah, I mean, just continuing to play basketball. You know, everybody knows what I bring to the table. I've always been a player that you can just plug in and play, and I'll figure out, you know, how I can impact the game offensively. But defensively, you know, having my head on the swivel, helping on the team defense side of things, off ball, making sure I have like the same focus and mentality and approach that they've had while I've been out. You know, that there's no drop off, and then, you know, just re-implementing myself on the opposite end, making the plays that are in front of me, and going forward with that end. But, you know, I put the work in. I'm never too worried about that. It's just making sure that we're playing a certain brand of basketball going down the stretch of games.
When Ty does his coach, what's the biggest difference with him not being on the court? Is there any difference other than the short coach you guys don't see?
No, I mean, B-Shaw, they're vocal. You know, B-Shaw's been in the head coach position before. He knows what the game needs. He's another player coach that understands. But it's, you know, it's stepping in and taking that role, like we talked about this morning in our meeting. You know, the coaches are also, you know, having to have that next man up mentality. You know, and trying to figure out how we can put the best combination of players on the floor to help us get a win. You know, and it's going to take sacrifice from everybody. You know, while we have not only T. Lou out, but JBG out as well, you know, on the defensive side of things, to be locked in and pulling the rope in the same direction. And everybody knows that. You know, B-Shaw done a great job. And now it's just continuing, you know, in the huddle, helping him with what he sees. You know, it's a back and forth of communication with the players and coaches, but he has that same mentality and goal in mind that T. Lou has, and everybody falls in line.